لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Abdulhakeem Y Salaam, or Hajji Abdulhakeem Y Salaam. We will talk about three different things. We will arrange this in three ways. We have the obstacles that were faced, some memories, and some lessons learned. Well, the obstacles started early. The one thing that our Imam told us, that was the leader, Imam Shamsuddin from Atlanta, said that Allah is with you. So I kept that he said, just remember that, regardless of what happens. So, of course, the test started early. I left from Chicago, got to New York, met the group there. Then we were lining up to get to, on our way to Dubai. So we were in line, and we were informed by the people in the airport that our tickets had been canceled. So we had to stay over in New York a night. And then the next day we left and went to Jeddah. Now, once in Jeddah, it was one of those things where, since we went with our group, we needed to get 50 people on a bus. So it was just three of us. But Allah blessed us. We got on the bus. We got to Mecca, and our man met us, and we were on. That was probably the biggest obstacle. I didn't know anyone that was in the group, but I quickly learned individuals in the group, of course, because you live in such proximity. But anyway, we got there, and I think we were in a hotel, the clock tower, right across from the Al-Haram. So that was wonderful. We just walk out, and you went to, we did Tawaf and Sa'i and so forth. Now, the type of Hajj that we did do, I did, was the Tamattu, where you did the Umrah first, and then we came back and did Hajj. So we had both done at that time. It was very striking to go and walk in and see the Kaaba. Alhamdulillah. I mean, it was just so beautiful. And just saying, Alhamdulillah, I'm glad I'm here. I'm thankful that Allah blessed me to do it. And so since we were late, the others had done Umrah. So we had to go and do Umrah the three of us, and some others went with us. But so we did that. We one of the things I saw, or one of the things yeah, I did. I didn't get an opportunity to see it, but it was I couldn't get to it. I didn't have an opportunity to kiss the stone, but I threw a kiss. That's what you'd have to do when you passed it. And also, we had it was that. Then we were in a 5-star hotel, and it was wonderful. The eating was good. The hotel was good, nice and comfortable. Then we moved from Mecca to Azizia, a suburb of Mecca. And that was maybe a 2 or 3-star or maybe a 1-star hotel. But we were there, and we stayed there a few days, and then we went to Mina, and the tent city. And so there that was interesting too, because it was like 30 of us at least in that tent. So small tent. So that was interesting. Again, a great test, because the proximity in that tent was everyone was very close to one another. The bathroom facilities were different. The lines were very long. So if you, being a person of my age and that sort of thing, you didn't have standing in long lines to go to the restroom was an issue. But we figured out that, well, if you go early enough, people wouldn't be there. So that happened like that. So we did that. We went there. We did the. I was told about. Backing up a bit, I was told about Sa'i, and the brothers were saying about how just the distance was and that sort of thing. And yes, you walk, and then you ran, and you walked, and so forth and so on 7 times. So from Sawa and Mawa, and that was Sa'i. We did Tawaf, of course, 7 times, and that was a memorable occasion. Doing Tawaf now, there was a challenge too, because you have certain rules. You can't push, you can't argue, you can't do anything or harm anything, and that was an interesting lesson, not to get angry. And you didn't, because people push you, and you just say Alhamdulillah. So we did that. Then, so we had, now I hope I have everything in order. But back to the Mina. So once in Mina, we had to do the stoning of the Jamarat. We had the shaving of the head, the slaughtering of the animal, and so forth. We also went to Muzdalifah, and it's told that Muzdalifah is the place where Adam and Eve met. And we slept there in the evening, and we did Salat, and we left from there. And that experience, then of course a wonderful day of Arafat. But backing up a bit, when we were in Mina, it rained, and that was some people flooded out, but thank Allah we didn't have that experience. So we did Muzdalifah. I lost my trial. I lost my my glasses. I forgot them at the site where we slept. Then some people were thinking about we needed to get our stones from there to stone the Jamarat. So that's not the case. We got our stones at back when we went back to Mina. So We stormed the gym. No one told me that was a 3-hour walk. That was a challenge. I was able to make it up there, but it was a struggle coming back. So I had some help. They did help me. Some of the brothers helped me coming back. But after that, we had our Day of Arafat. Now, on Day of Arafat, I had all of these names of all of these individuals to mention their names and do a prayer and ask Allah to bless them and so forth on the Day of Arafat and it rained that Day of Arafat. That was a wonderful thing as well. Then we did our farewell tawaf from Mecca, and we went to Medina. And once in the I wanted to say how beautiful everything was and how gigantic everything was, so large and so beautiful. I hadn't ever seen anything in my life as beautiful as the masjid and the Kaaba in an area like that. It was wonderful. And to be among that many people, I hadn't been, of course, among that many people in my life either, and that many Muslims. Now, one of the things that really struck me, and I'd heard it before, but being two Muslim cities, both Medina and Mecca, when the prayer time came, everything stopped and everybody stopped and prayed. Traffic stopped, everything. Shops closed. So it was a wonderful experience just to see it. And inshallah, maybe one day we'll have a community that we can do that here in America. The memories that I have was all of the people that I met. And of course, being an American Muslim, no one really thought about me as being an American Muslim, so I had to always say I was made in America. So to see so many people, Africans, Asians, Europeans, Muslims from all over the world, I'll never forget that. Now, it was an arduous task. Now, I don't want to give you the impression that it was easy. It was very difficult. And I'm a Marine. It was harder than boot camp. Some of these things were very difficult. But I knew Allah was with us, and we were able to accomplish that. And I pray Allah that He accept my Hajj. The food was good. The people we had a pretty good group. We didn't have, of course, you couldn't argue anyway, so you didn't have a lot of disagreements and that sort of thing, or any that I saw. So we were able to do that. Now, this is interesting. Since when you're there, you can't kill anything. If a bug get on you, it's a penalty if you kill something. So you have to slaughter a lamb and fast, or slaughter animal and fast and so forth, there and when you get back home. So, and since I've been back, it's been difficult to kill things. I mean, the mosquito, I had to get the mosquito, but I still have that respect for life that I learned from that. That's one of the value, not of only human life, but the creation, the life that you see in creation. So that was a wonderful lesson. Another lesson was lifelong friends. I know it's been a year, but they feel like lifelong friends. We call one another from time to time, and we talk. And so that's been a wonderful thing. We were supposed to visit, but since our situation with the virus and that sort of thing, the pandemic, we hadn't had an opportunity to do that. Inshallah, we'll do that at another time. So, to conclude, areas of interest, um, seeing the Kaaba, experiencing all these people from around the world and talking to them, conversing. And it made for such a wonderful experience. And one of the things, I will never forget that. Some things I remember in real detail, and others come back because it was a lot of things. We were there from the 29th. We left on the 29th and we came back on the 29th of July, and we came back on the 20th of August. So it was a lot of days. So many things happened. I really couldn't say in such a short span of time. But I wanted to let everyone know that, alhamdulillah, when Allah give you an opportunity, invites you to his house, go and know that it's definitely a blessing and a wonderful experience. I'd like to thank you, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Rahman Rahim, and shukran to everyone, and I wish them an Eid Mubarak, Eid al-Adha. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.